everybody, welcome to the Scott Show. We're talking about the big Wrestle Kingdom 12 event that happened this morning. Now, this is January 4th. It is 8:28 at night. I'm doing this live to tape, so yes, you heard me coughing. Yes, you'll probably hear random whatever things. If my phone rings, you'll probably hear that. I think it's off, but whatever. But we are talking Wrestle Kingdom, and so I want to get on here and talk about what the show was like, what I thought of the show. Bleacher Report came up with their own synopsis, gave it a grade. I'm going to argue with them as I go along with the story. Now, I don't think that they covered the Rumble, and let me just see, because, no, they did not cover the Rumble. So let's cover the Rumble first. It was the New Japan Rumble, and I also have that page up, too. And I'll tell you who was in it. You had Ibushi, Chase Owens, Cheeseburger, David Finlay, Delirious, El Desperado, Gino Gambio, Tenzin, Jushin Thunder Liger, Kitamura, Leo Tonga, Kojima, Takamishinoku, Tiger Mask, Toa, Yoshihashi, Kenaru, Yuji Nagata, and Takahashi. So really interesting characters in there. And the winner of it was a gentleman by the name of Masahiro Kayarta. I'm trying to say that right. He was a gentleman who fought in the old UWFI when that was a thing back in the 1990s. He also fought cancer. He beat cancer, and then he also won this thing today. He won this event. And the one big thing that he wanted to push was that one of the other wrestlers, Takahama, is very injured. He actually broke his spine. He had a very bad spinal cord injury. And they are doing Takamania, or they're doing his last name in Mania, and they're trying to raise money for him. So it was a great thing to say, hey, I defeated cancer. I have also won the Rumble. It was a really great feel-good moment for the whole thing. Now, the chops that he was given to either Tenzin or Kojima were just vicious. And watching Cheeseburger try it on the other guy was just funny. So if you want the funny part of the pre-show, the beginning show, check out that part where the Final Four, and Cheeseburger is like, he's a dollar store cheeseburger from McDonald's, because he's like $1.20 soaking wet with 2 bricks in his pocket. But the guy is interesting, and he's a good character. He comes out and gives it all. And that's all you can hope for. I mean, these guys, these bigger guys just destroyed him, but it was fine. It went well. Takahashi had a female companion with him. That gimmick is way over. I heard the crowd going nuts for that gimmick. So, shout out to everyone who was in the New Japan Rumble, and it was pretty awesome. The first match on the pay-per-view, and of course you have to have curtain jerkers. So your curtain jerkers for today are the Young Bucks and Roppongi 3K. Now Roppongi 3K gets all the credit in the world for carrying the I don't even know how to say. They carried the match. Roppongi 3K is very, very good. They deserved to win the match, however, they didn't for whatever reason. The Young Bucks won. It's their 7th time being the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champions. So apparently there's not a lot of teams out there to face. But Roppongi 3K deserves to have a rematch. Hopefully they do coming up here very soon. It was an interesting opening match. It actually went 18 super long minutes. And it just feel like Roppongi 3K was fighting 2 brooms, quite young and teenage-looking brooms. So I was disappointed with the match only because I thought Roppongi 3K should have won. Should have retained. Alright, we move on to the next match, and it was the gauntlet match for the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Championships. And there were quite a few teams in here. So excuse me for 1 second. Taguchi Japan. Then it was Suzuki Gun, War Machine, the Bullet Club, and Chaos. Now, the reason I'm going to say all that and not say all the wrestlers is because it would take forever, because there's 3 guys in each thing. War Machine and Michael Elgin were the first ones eliminated. And I keep hearing War Machine's going to WWE. So Michael Elgin will probably be doing something. Tonight is the New Year's Dash. So we might see something happen tonight. The Bullet Club and Chaos were the last 2 teams. Of course, the champions coming into this were the Bullet Club. Bad Luck Fale, it's Tanga Loa and Toma Tonga. And they were facing off against Chaos, Beretta, Ishii, and Yato. Okay, I keep saying that wrong. But Chaos ended up winning. Beretta hit the Dude Buster and won the match and wins the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Championships. My thoughts is it was a good match. It was trying to get everybody on there. It was a gauntlet match. It went 17 minutes, which... it could have gone a little longer. Could have cut the first match a little shorter. But it was a decent match altogether. And Chaos, Beretta's looking good. So, you can see what they're trying to do. The next match on the card featured Kotabushi and Cody Rhodes. And I'm going to say Cody Rhodes because, whatever. With Brandy Rhodes. And it was a damn good match. These guys knew what they were doing in there. I saw a lot of the... I didn't see a lot of the middle, because I kind of skipped over to the finish after I watched a bit of it. But Cody's very, very talented. Kota Ibushi, he's the golden star. Cody Ibushi wins the match. I can see him challenge Kenny Omega next. Or maybe challenge Tanahashi. I don't really see him challenge Okada. Or wherever works, but we'll just see. But that match was really great. And then you had the Tag Team Championship match, the Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer against Evil and Sanada, big friends of Naito. And Evil and Sanada win the Tag Team Championships, even though the Killer Elite Squad was killing them. It was his violence run amok. And Lance Archer, before he starts drinking water and spitting it on the crowd and throwing it at the crowd, it was really, really weird and kind of cool almost. So it was definitely one of those matches like that. You're like, okay, it's gonna happen. It's a tag team match. Wasn't the most exciting match on the card, but it was good. One of the most exciting matches on the card to me, and I think that there are 3 big ones to me. Maybe 4, but definitely 3 matches. Is number 6 match on here. Of course, number 1 is the pre-show. And so this will be the 5th on the pay-per-view. And it was Gotoh versus Suzuki. Suzuki comes out, and this guy looks like he's going to stab somebody. He just looks like he's going to hurt somebody badly. The guy scared me, and I know he's in Japan. Oh my gosh, this guy has the weirdest kind of design on his head. It's very cool, very, for a wrestler dude, very cool. And Gotoh has the long locks, and he's got the sumo kind of style to him. And he says, you know what? I'm going to win this title. I'll even put my hair up. If I lose, I will lose my hair. If you lose your hair and the title. Suzuki said sure, and they beat the crap out of each other. Suzuki just laid it in the Gotoh. I mean, watch this match and just tell me if your feelings don't hurt after watching Gotoh just take a beating. But it went 18 minutes and 4 seconds. It'd probably be my match of the night. Aside from the last two, because you got to give some special love to the main events, especially these ones. But Gotoh and Suzuki was definitely a great match to watch. Gotoh wins the match, the title, and Suzuki walks away, comes back and cuts his own hair. So pretty awesome. In the four-way match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, you have Kushida, Takahashi, Marty Scurll, and Will Ospreay. And this match was pretty interesting. Will Ospreay took a huge bump off the some of the setup stuff that they had and did a moonsault on everybody, which was really cool. He almost stood up after that, which would have been even cooler. It was just a great match. Marty Scurll had the best entrance, probably the entire night. He came out as the Hawk, as the Raven, which was so cool. But at the end of the day, Will Ospreay wins the match, and is the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. In the singles match for the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, 19 minutes and 56 seconds this went. It was Jay White, Switchblade Jay White, against Tanahashi, Yoshi Tanahashi. Tanahashi is God over in Japan. If you watch him coming to the ring and leaving the ring, he'll actually have his towels and his whatever flags or whatever, and you'll see people hand him the flag just so he can wipe his face or whatever on it, and then he'll give it back to him. And I watched his lady the night before, because they did like the all the interviews. I watched his lady almost fall over because she was getting this. And Switchblade Jay White, he is so new. He had everything to prove in this match. It was a great match. But Tanahashi, I don't know what to say about Jay White, honestly. Tanahashi did a great job. I can see Jay White doing cool stuff, but I want him to do something different. So I think that he should go into a feud, maybe against, I would say Suzuki, but I don't want him to die. Maybe he should go in a feud against the loser of the championship match. There you go. Of the main championship match. And then you had Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, Alpha versus Omega. This match was amazing because Chris Jericho can do no freaking wrong. I was blown away at how great Chris Jericho is. Just every time you can watch Chris Jericho, he's an amazing, amazing wrestler. He took Kenny Omega to the limit. Omega took him to the limit. The only disappointment I can see is that Omega's boys, the Young Bucks, were out there. They really didn't do a lot. At the beginning, though, it was really, really cool because Jericho wanted the bell to ring. And I think the ref, Red Shoes was the ref. And Jericho actually beat up Red Shoes' son, which was very interesting. He's a young lion now in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But Omega wins with the one-winged angel off the chair. Omega, still the champion, the United States Heavyweight Champion. I can see something happen with him with Tanahashi, maybe with Suzuki, or maybe with Kotabushi. Definitely going to be interesting. I would love to see Tanahashi against Suzuki, but I don't want Tanahashi to die either. It's pretty much whoever fights the guy is going to die. Oh my gosh, still I have scary moments of that match. But Jericho, Omega, great match. Not only was it a great match on paper, it ended up being an awesome match for real. I don't know if it can get 6 stars, but it was a great match. And then the next match, Akuchika Okada. I'm going to try to pronounce his full name from there right now. Akuchika Okada. And I'm probably going to screw it up, but I'll try my hardest. Against Tashita Onaido. And this was a good match. Onaido had a lot going for him. I thought he was going to win the whole damn thing. But Okada is one of the best wrestlers out there. Just a great entertainer and wrestler. The guy is money. He's not just a rainmaker for a reason. The guy is money. And I think that with them expanding to Australia, with them coming to America, I think Okada is the guy. I really think he is the guy. He's learning English and he's doing really well doing it. So I was excited. Okada's the guy, and he wins the title. 36 minutes and 30 seconds. He retains the title and says some really great words to Naito. Of course, they were in Japanese, but the American or the English commentary said he was a respectful champion. So I believe whatever he said to Naito was a good anyway. So I'm very interested to see what happens next with Okada, who he fights next. I know that everybody's going to want him to fight Kenny. Is he going to fight Kotabushi? Is he going to fight, would he fight Jay White? Would he fight Tanahashi? Is somebody coming back? That happened last year when Suzuki came back. So it'll be very interesting to find out what happens, but that was New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 12. I want to thank everyone for listening to the show and blessing us with your presence. Keep it up. Keep listening to the show, loving it, and we will see you guys here real soon on the Scott Show Podcast.